Frat House. I am back. Hiatus is over. I am so happy to be back. Thank you all so much for checking on me and expressing your concern and making sure I'm okay. I'm totally fine. If you listen to my podcast at all, which believe me is like in its very beginning stages of infancy, so you haven't missed a whole lot, trust me. If you're interested in hearing that, go to my website at carrieharling.com and there's a link there. It's called Dispatches from the Frat House, obviously. I explained a tiny bit about that. I just had to take a hiatus. There was so much going on here that something had to give, and I decided that the videos had to be the something that had to give. So there's been a little more going on Instagram stories on and off. And then I was ready to start recording again, and there was so freaking much in here about the trip to Spokane to visit Chic Sparrow, and that was a secret and I couldn't show anybody. So I tried to go through here and cover things up and pull things out, and then I would start recording and get all done and start editing and realize I missed covering up that or this, and it just was a wreck. So after multiple attempts, I thought, you know what? I am not going to record a setup until I get back from the trip. So I am back home, and I'm kind of feeling like my feet are finally actually on the ground again. Oh, it's just one of those things that you never expect to get to do, and I'm still just on cloud nine. So we'll never ever be able to say thank you enough. So while we're talking about Chic Sparrow, can we talk about this hunky sexy piece of leather here? That is a golden Maverick. I do not have any golden Maverick leather, believe it or not. I have one or two that are the dark brown, but not this golden. And I just, seriously, like, I'm sorry about the glare from the big window. This is the first time it hasn't been so cold that I couldn't record in the back room, so I'm gonna enjoy it with the big window, but it does make a glare. But that is gorgeous. I have added 30mm rings to this. My brain just wants rings. It has wanted rings since last August. I did take them out for a little while. For about the month of October, I went back into a B6 Traveler's Notebook style planning, and then I went right back into the rings again because it was easier. It is big, okay? It is big. It's not overly heavy though, because partially because this is a classic. It doesn't have pockets, so it's a little bit slimmer, believe it or not, if you can call that slim. I don't know. I think we can call that slim, but y'all know I like a chunky planner, right? Let me show you what's going on in here. I will admit to you that I have Etsy pulled up on my phone because I'm not gonna remember where everything came from. So I will do my best. If I don't recall, I don't want to give credit to the wrong place or not, you know what I mean? Like, I want to give credit where credit's due because there's a lot of beautiful stuff in here from Etsy. So I will be linking everything down below. So first I just have a plain old piece of acetate. This is from this vellum I printed from digital scrapbooking paper from Rosa Baby on Etsy. Again, I will link down below. I have stuff all over my acetate there. This white sweater digital paper, you guys, I have had this for probably 2 years, I want to say. 2.5 years, something like that. Year and a half, 2 years. I don't know where I got it from. I have a copy of it sitting like on my Mac desktop, so I always have it because I use it a lot. I use it in journaling a lot. So I just made my dividers out of that. They're just printed onto cardstock, super simple. But I wanted to tell you guys where I got it, and I've been going through my past Etsy purchases trying to find it, and I'm not seeing it. So if you designed this like light covered sweater print paper, let me know so that I can give you credit because I can't find what shop I got it from. And I have all the digital scrapbooking paper I own is sitting in my Dropbox. It's a lot and I'm not finding it in there. So I apologize for that. This is from Spirit Bin, which I love. And then this washi is from the November Kinley's Doodles Doodle Box. Probably the prettiest washi I have ever had, hands down. So this first section is just like a little miscellaneous section for my page flags, a couple of scratch pieces of paper that I've just snipped so I can just pull it out quickly. So if I need to jot something down for somebody else, I can jot it down, pull this out, no loss. I don't have to open my rings. This vellum is also from the same as this one, the same set from Rosa Baby on Etsy. First section is forward planning, finances, and clinic. So I have, this is just the messy calendar, okay? So this is mostly forward planning, you know, doctor's office, haircuts, stuff like that. This is from Marcia Bermucci. It is the Smart Plan month on 2 pages. So I have that for the whole year. I only have a couple months tabbed. Tabs are from Chocho and Mimi that I've put onto Post-its so that I can reuse them because they're beautiful tabs, so I want to reuse them. And this over here is where I put kind of my monthly and weekly planner tasks. So these are things I have to do in my planner, and when I'm going through these either once a month or once a week, invariably I will either get distracted or interrupted. So I keep a list so that when I do have to walk away from it and I come back, I can quickly kind of tell where I left off. Vellum is from the November Kinley's Doodles doodle box. Seriously, go check it out. She has like the most beautiful stuff. Bill tracker for the full year from Peanuts Planner Co. I love this because I can get, it's separated by bill, and I can get the whole year in here, which is nice because then I can kind of compare. And I have the one from 2017 back in my reference section. This bow, if I'm remembering correctly, was from, it's a digital download from Kelsey Plans on Etsy, and I just made it real big because I liked it. I love the floral in it, so I wanted to be able to see it really well. Next kind of subsection of the first big section is all clinic stuff. This pull-out calendar is from Peanuts Planner Co. It's part of the 2018 yearly bundle, so this is just the hockey schedule. That's all. And then behind that in here, this is all clinic stuff. So that is the first section. Second section is school stuff. So this is just for the kids who are homeschooling this year. And oh, I almost forgot to tell you, this cup is from Brunella Bai, and this little bit is from, I want to say I planned this and that. Put it all together. And this is all school stuff. So here is for my son who is in high school. This is for his English class, the writing rubric we use to grade. This is from Prints by Accident on Etsy. I love it. I love dandelions, and I love that it says be different on it, so printed that. You'll see that through here several times. I even have it, it's my wallpaper on my Mac too. So this, I do the weekly lesson plans. This insert is from Annie Plans Printables. What I like about this is I can get stuff for both of the kids that I'm homeschooling on here for the week. I don't, like the curriculum is done. I haven't put together the curriculum, but I do put in here very briefly like what our high schooler who's being homeschooled, like what is he doing for British literature this week? What is he doing in math this week? What is he doing in history? You know, like that. So then I write it all out. I highlight it as it's done rather than crossing it out because I can still see what it was. But if it's highlighted, it's crossed off basically in my head. Over here, I keep his scores on things. They do also go into a spreadsheet, but just in case something happens to the spreadsheet, I have it on paper as well. So, and then Liam's stuff, the kindergarten stuff also goes on here. It doesn't really have grades per se, but you know, if we're working on sight words and I have a goal for the week or for the month or, you know, anything like that, little goals, I do keep track of them over in here. So, Annie Plans Printables, again, I'll put the link down below. And that is the end of that section. The next section is, I have to check where I got this vellum from really quickly because I am slightly unsure. I want to say, yeah, it was also from Rosa Baby on Etsy. I love this. You can tell I'm feeling springy. More pretties. These I will have to link. I'm pretty sure this is Kelsey Plans, the Tiny Destroyer one I've had since last fall. I will have to look that up for you guys, but I will link it down below. And this section is like project planning and then the main, you know, month, week, day. So forward planning for the month is up here, and then the rest of it, like the actual current month, is in here. First is project plans. I will show you a blank one. This is Peanuts Planner Co. I don't necessarily plan things like on this day I want this video posted. There are so many things that are so variable with the way our family works. So I will shoot for a week, you know, in a certain week I want this, this, and this done. None of the house stuff goes in here. None of the family stuff goes in here except for travel. I will just mark travel on here. But other than that, as far as important dates, birthdays, stuff like that, none of that goes on here. This is just my stuff I need to work on. The only dates that I will definitely stick to is like if the magazine is coming out, I try to do that on the 15th. So I'll put that in here. And then I just kind of roughly plan out what I want to get done for the month. And then when I do, you know, get a whatever certain thing put up on IG stories that I felt was important or whatever, I have little clear dots from Planner Kate that I use to show over here what day I got stuff done. So that's the project planning. The next little subsection is just a running to-do list, and I just cross stuff off as I either move it to where it belongs. It's kind of like an inbox basically, or a brain dump. Vellum from Kinley's Doodles November Doodle Box, and then I'm not remembering off the top of my head which DIY fish this is, so I will definitely put it down below. But right now I'm using this for my like finalized monthly. Okay, so this was what February looked like. Stickers from Planner Kate. Bills go over here, and then everything that's going on. So I don't put my project stuff on here. That's what this plan section is for that I just showed you. That's what goes in there. This is kind of all the other stuff. So I have both accessible. Does that make sense? And then here is what March looks like. Just like that. And this I have to actually reschedule. That's why it's still sitting there on a post-it note. And then the tracker, I did not use the tracker in February. I was still kind of trying to figure out, you know, since I took the hiatus, when coming back, what do I really, really want to focus on a daily basis? And that's how I use this tracker, as like a daily for the month. So I've just categorized it out into 6 different things. Syncing my planner and OmniFocus. OmniFocus is where I will catch a lot of stuff late at night. So that is why that's on there. I want to make sure I get it in here on paper like the next morning. Writing and research, Instagram, post, meaning like videos, frat house reads posts, things like that. And then kindergarten, high school, that's school days for the kids. So those coordinate with these the task bars that come with your Planner Kate stickers. I turned them sideways, color coded them to match that. So on a daily basis, I'm kind of being reminded. I hope the cat's not too loud. Then the weekly is from Peanuts Planner Co. This is how I'm, oh my gosh, this cat. This is how I'm using it. Planner Kate stickers there. This is a kit from Chocho and Mimi that Danny was so super kind to send to me. I love it. All the pink and the gray and the pretty. It's so pretty. And then this week is Pretty Bear because this is the week I was in Spokane, so there's a lot of days. I did go back in my Hobonichi weeks and like kind of, you know, document what we did, but because I didn't know what we were doing what days till I got there, it's pretty empty. And then here is this week, still fairly empty. And then I have gone through with my Planner Kate stickers and just done the month of March. I hope the battery doesn't die. Then my dailies are Marcia Bermucci Hyper Time. And I separate the weeks with vellum. And these are all from Rosa Baby on Etsy. So see, I separate them all out. Stickers, the little number stickers are actually from Michaels. I cannot remember from who. And the tabs are Chocho and Mimi. My daily pages are the thing that I'll transfer out a lot. Like middle of the month, I'll just decide I want to use different ones for no reason. Like whatever I'm using will work perfectly fine, but invariably I will switch to something else, and then I'll switch to something else, and then I'll switch back to the original one again. I have no idea why. But that's one of the nice things I will admit about rings is I can just switch out the days I need and I can keep what I've already used, so I'm not losing anything. So that is all dailies. I have Marches in there. I just printed those the other day. And then this is all project stuff. The next section is all project stuff. So pull out calendar from Peanuts Planner Co. 2018 yearly bundle. This is for videos and posts, so frat house reads, videos, stuff like that. Notes about the trip that I should clean out of here now. I'm having a meetup with Laura from How to GYST in Chicago or near Chicago. We haven't decided where yet, but on April 14th. So keep your eyes peeled because I will be announcing on that, and so will she. As soon as we decide on a place for certain. The next subsection is for the Anchor app and podcast. More information about that on my website. The magazine. Work stuff. So next section is all writing. This whole shebang. So this is basically my catch-all for writing stuff. So notes from articles I've read, notes from books I've read, essay ideas, spare paper, you know, that kind of thing. Lots and lots of notes. Parts of a fiction book. Lots of Post-its. So it's a catch-all, but it's slightly organized, if that makes sense. And then the last section is reference, more reference. So this is all stuff about the kids, like the kids each have, you know, a page or two or however many full they get. I keep it all alphabetical order. The bill tracker from last year's back here, books I've read this year, appointments, logs for different people that I do their websites for them, different, you know, work log for that type of thing. Books read this year. And then I have pages for the kids, like, you know, when they went to the doctor, home projects, more kids pages. So So that is pretty much it. Podcast, this is something new I started doing this year, like podcasts that I've listened to this year and TV series I've watched this year. When I finish them, I write them down because I've never done that. That's stuff I never keep track of. So that is pretty much it. I'm sure I missed talking about a lot of kind of the pretty stuff, honestly, because my brain just goes blank sometimes with that stuff and I can't remember where it came from. So if you saw anything and you're like, oh my gosh, I like that, where did it come from? Leave me a comment down below, please. I will go through and link to everything you see, and I will link to it in the order that it's in the video. So if you see something you like, take a note real quick of the time, and if you just kind of look through the links in the description, I'm going to keep as close as I can to the order that they're in the book so that they're easier to find. But by all means, holler, okay, if I'm missing something. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm so incredibly happy to be back, and the next video will be about my Hobonichi weeks and my weekly calendar cover. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.